The moon just vanished. No explosion, no warning. 1 second, it was hanging above Earth like it had for billions of years, and the next, it was simply gone. Every telescope on Earth saw the same thing: empty space. Within minutes, panic exploded across the internet. People flooded the streets, staring at the sky, convinced they were witnessing the beginning of the end. But while the world was busy asking where the moon went, scientists were asking something far more terrifying. What happens to Earth without it? Because the moon was never just a glowing rock in the night sky, it controlled the oceans, stabilized the planet, guided entire ecosystems. And now, without warning, humanity had just lost one of the invisible forces keeping civilization alive. Then, the first tidal anomalies appeared. Animals began acting violently, and deep inside emergency monitoring stations, scientists realized something horrifying. Earth itself was starting to change. The empty sky terrified the world. For the first few minutes, most people assumed the moon was hidden behind clouds or part of a strange astronomical event. But then, live streams from different countries started appearing online. Tokyo, New York, London, Dubai. Every sky looked the same, completely empty. Amateur astronomers rushed outside with telescopes, desperately scanning the darkness. NASA observatories rechecked their instruments over and over again, hoping for some kind of technical failure. But there was no mistake. The moon was gone. Across social media, hashtags exploded into the billions within an hour. Some people believed it was the start of World War III. Others claimed aliens had taken it. Religious leaders called emergency gatherings. In major cities, terrified crowds gathered outside, staring upward in silence. The night sky suddenly felt unnatural, like a familiar piece of reality had been ripped away. And deep inside emergency command centers, scientists began calculating how long Earth could survive without the moon's gravitational influence. The answers were horrifying. The oceans turned unstable. The moon controls most of Earth's tides through gravity. Without it, the oceans immediately began behaving in ways scientists had never witnessed before. Along some coastlines, the sea rapidly pulled backward, exposing massive stretches of ocean floor that had not seen daylight for centuries. Fishing boats became stranded in mud. Coral reefs emerged from the water like alien landscapes. But in other regions, violent tidal surges slammed into coastal cities with almost no warning. Ports shut down across the globe. Cargo ships lost stable navigation routes. Oil platforms reported terrifying wave patterns forming far from shore. Marine biologists noticed whales beaching themselves in unusually high numbers within the first 24 hours. Sea turtles lost their ability to navigate. Entire underwater ecosystems began collapsing into chaos. Then came the storms. Ocean currents started shifting unpredictably, disrupting weather systems across the planet. Hurricanes rapidly intensified. Some regions experienced non-stop rainfall, while others entered sudden drought conditions. Humanity was beginning to realize something terrifying. The moon had quietly controlled Earth's oceans every second of every day. The animal kingdom started breaking down. As darkness spread across the nights, strange behavior erupted throughout the natural world. Millions of migratory birds that depended on moonlight lost their sense of direction almost instantly. Flocks began crashing into buildings, communication towers, and power lines across major cities. Sea turtles emerged onto the wrong beaches to lay eggs. Wolves stopped their nightly howls. Predators that hunted under moonlit conditions suddenly struggled to find prey. Even insects became disoriented. Scientists discovered that countless species had evolved around the moon's cycles for millions of years. Without those cycles, ecosystems began collapsing like dominoes. Farmers reported livestock becoming aggressive and stressed. Dogs barked endlessly through the night for reasons nobody understood. In forests around the world, nighttime became eerily silent. The balance of nature itself was unraveling. And for the first time in human history, scientists realized how deeply life on Earth depended on a single object hanging in the sky.
Earth itself started losing stability. Most people never realize the moon acts like a giant stabilizer for Earth's rotation. Its gravity helps keep our planet's axis relatively stable. Without it, Earth could begin wobbling unpredictably over time. At first, the changes seemed small, but scientists quickly warned that the consequences could eventually become catastrophic. Entire climate systems could shift. Some countries might experience freezing winters lasting for years, while others could become unbearably hot deserts. Agricultural zones that fed billions of people would slowly collapse. Ice sheets could expand into regions that were once warm. Meanwhile, tropical storms would grow increasingly violent as weather patterns destabilized. Secret scientific reports leaked online showing terrifying simulations of Earth's future without the moon. In some scenarios, entire ecosystems vanished. In others, massive regions of the planet became nearly impossible for humans to inhabit. Humanity had spent thousands of years assuming Earth was stable. Now, scientists were realizing our planet had always depended on the moon to maintain that stability. The darkness changed human psychology. The disappearance of moonlight affected more than just the oceans and wildlife. It began changing human behavior itself. In rural areas with little artificial lighting, the nights became shockingly dark. People described the darkness as unnatural and emotionally disturbing. Emergency services reported dramatic increases in nighttime accidents. Drivers struggled to navigate roads during blackouts. Search and rescue teams found visibility conditions far worse than expected. But the psychological effects became even more alarming. Mental health hotlines received record numbers of calls. Sleep disorders increased worldwide. Anxiety and paranoia spread rapidly across populations already terrified by the moon's disappearance. Psychologists explained that humanity had evolved under moonlit skies for countless generations. The moon had always provided a subtle sense of comfort and rhythm during the night. Without it, many people began experiencing overwhelming feelings of emptiness and dread. Some became obsessed with staring at the blank sky every evening, unable to accept that the moon was truly gone.
Global panic erupted. Within days, governments around the world declared states of emergency. Supermarkets were emptied by panic buyers. Gas stations ran out of fuel. Stock markets suffered catastrophic crashes as investors feared global collapse. In coastal cities, millions attempted to evacuate inland after terrifying tidal anomalies appeared online. Military forces were deployed in several countries to control riots and looting. Religious movements rapidly gained followers, with some claiming the disappearance of the moon was a sign of the apocalypse. Massive conspiracy theories flooded the internet. Some believed secret experiments had destroyed the moon. Others thought humanity was under attack by an unknown extraterrestrial civilization. Every night, millions gathered online to live stream the empty sky together in silence. Humanity had never faced a crisis this psychologically devastating before. The moon had existed for billions of years. Its sudden disappearance shattered humanity's sense of security overnight.
Scientists made a terrifying discovery. As observatories studied Earth's changing gravitational systems, scientists uncovered something even more frightening. The moon had not only stabilized Earth's tides and climate, it had also slowed Earth's rotation over billions of years. Without the moon's influence, subtle changes in Earth's spin could eventually begin accelerating over extremely long periods of time. While the immediate effects would take generations to fully develop, the long-term future looked catastrophic. Days on Earth could slowly become shorter. Climate systems could grow increasingly unstable. Ocean circulation patterns might collapse entirely. Scientists realized humanity had underestimated the moon for centuries. It wasn't just Earth's companion, it was one of the invisible engines helping maintain the conditions for complex life itself.
Humanity faced a bleak future. Months after the moon vanished, Earth no longer felt like the same planet. Coastal ecosystems were collapsing. Global weather patterns had become increasingly violent and unpredictable.
Entire animal populations were declining at terrifying speeds. Governments spent trillions trying to stabilize food supplies and prevent mass migration crises. Children born after the disappearance of the moon grew up under completely black night skies, never understanding what moonlight once looked like. Ancient poems, myths, and songs about the moon suddenly felt like messages from another world. Humanity finally understood a painful truth. Some of the most important things keeping civilization alive are the things we barely notice at all, until they disappear.
Right now, somewhere above Earth, the moon is silently controlling the tides, stabilizing our planet, and lighting the darkness, exactly as it has for billions of years. Most people will never think about it tonight, but if it suddenly vanished, civilization itself could begin unraveling before humanity even understood what was happening. One missing object in the sky could change the future of Earth forever. And honestly, that might be the most terrifying part of all.